Rogue tier, we still winning. Magic card, oh, we extending. Dark Law, he still contending. Sunrise, your lights in it. Yugi peoples, welcome to the commentary. This right here will be my round 2 matchup, and it turns out I ended up playing against the Dallas Cowboys. No, I'm joking. I ended up playing against Lil Hep here. He's on Dark World, giving it a try today. And yeah, so y'all know, like, kind of what that means going up against, kind of like a deck that's Dark Law Turbo. And, we're going to start off the turn there with Stratos to go grab my Solid Soldier to special summon my Shadow Mist to go get that mass change. And, my typical end board here will be Babuska with, Dark Law up and come in, depending on, like if they're main decking that Dark Ruler. And they go ahead and Dark Ruler my Babuska so they can get plays in. And this is kind of like a point. I'm gonna pause the video real quick and talk about like some different things that happen right here. So first of all, if you've seen my videos in the past, you know that this is my dynamic duo combo from Master Duel. It's Babuska, Dark Law. Babuska only negates activated effects, so Dark Law's effect to banish is still active. Usually depending on the player that I'm playing against, I like to activate mass change during a standby phase, which would probably be like a little bit more standard now because a lot of people are playing triple tactics talent. So you don't want to let them get to activate that triple tactics talents when you activate the Shadow Mist's effect. But other than that, you won't be activating any other effect, since you won't be really activating any other effects with a boost on the board. So with a Shadow Mist effect, you either grab Liquid Soldier or Spirit of Neos. They're both pretty much follow up for next turn. And yeah, if you already got one, you grab the other, or you grab whichever one is like more effective in the matchup, because with the Spirit of Neos and the instant contact, you'll be able to make a rake 7. The only one I'm really playing right now is like Big Eye, which is pretty good for stealing stuff. And the only thing about Big Eye that's not all that great is if you're not stealing the XYZ, you can't put Zeus on top of him because he cannot attack the turn that he activates that effect. The other thing you might notice about this deck is, like I said, I'm main decking D-Shifter. So as you look at my inboard right now, it doesn't really care if I've activated D-Shifter or if D-Shifter has been activated on me, because the only thing that really went to the graveyard that I might want to have is the Shadow Mist effect. But if D-Shifter has already been activated, then there's no reason for me to bring out Dark Law. And then continuing on with the duel, we just found out I am playing against Dark World, and yeah, it's just like, even if he wanted to get a monster onto the board in order to attack over the Dark Law, it would be switched to defense position by Babuska's effect. So now this goddamn what are these things called? Danger monsters are starting to activate. Nessie to go search, and now he's got the Dark World dealings. He's searched out, the Bigfoot. The Bigfoot's gonna come down and try to pop my Dark Law. It does target, so I am going to go ahead and chain here. You'll see that I drew another mass change, so we're gonna chain the mass change to the Bigfoot's effect to bring out second Dark Law. And yeah, against Dark World, this pretty much means they are cooked. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead, side them up. We going into game 2. And going into game 2 here, of course, he is going to decide to go first. I did not open up with the D-Shifter, unfortunately. That's the thing about playing it off in there. It's like you hope you draw it, especially in matchups like this. I didn't get it, but it's all good. He's going to start doing Dark World things, and, this gives me an opportunity to actually look and see what the deck ends up doing. So pretty much they set up a monster, the big guy. He's like 3,200 or 3,000 attack. He's got some kind of negate or something on him. Another deck that gets to negate while we don't have one. But yeah, it's I don't know. It didn't really seem all that powerful and great to me, but for some reason I just couldn't quite get through it. I think like one of the things that I noticed about this deck is like, the lack of honest Neos off in there. I don't really have like a big power monster that can get over anything that has like 3,000, 3,200 attack. So We're probably going to have to add that Honest Neos into the deck. I really don't want to make it more than 40 cards because I want to, like have the highest chance of drawing D-Shifter as possible. So, one of the cards that underperformed was Triple Tactics Talents for me. Like, I don't know, I guess just for some reason it wasn't all that great to me. Mostly, I guess maybe because people couldn't really activate like hand traps against my deck. Well, I mean, it was better going second, but I feel like, possibly having that Honest Neos off in there will make a bigger impact for me. So, he starts getting all these monsters out on the board. They special summon themselves when they go to the graveyard. You bounce them back, discard them again. He ends up getting 4 of them out so that he can make Saruja. He's constantly drawing cards, having me draw cards, having me pitch cards, and then he gets this, Cirilla effect that's gonna make me end up discarding 2 cards when he's special summoned out to the board, or it makes me like make him discard a card, and then the card that he discards ends up making me do stuff. So this is a fusion spell that they have here where they're gonna get to fusion summon the guy that I was talking about. He's like 3200 attack, and I believe he has some kind of negate or something on him. I don't remember exactly what it was. I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player. We don't really read cards, but then when we do decide to read cards, we forget what they do as soon as we put them down anyway. So, yeah. So, it's taking a while here. That's one of the things I actually like about my deck. There's no long, sophisticated, winded combo. It's very simple, very effective. Bring out Babuska, bring out Darklaw, in my opponent's life. Or either that, or I usually do like Time Thief. If I have, y'all see the Shade Brigadine over there, I can do that. And, he starts doing danger stuff now that I figure he's got pretty much all his Dark World stuff out there. I said the deck is kind of new to him. It's really new to him. I believe this is only like his second game playing. We both lost first round. I lost first round to Scareclaw. One of the problems that I was just talking about is like I couldn't get over the big old Link monster. Like I just didn't have a way to get over it. So yeah, Honest Neos is probably gonna have to be worked off in here. That deck list will probably be dropping for y'all possibly Friday, or earlier if I go ahead and get it done before that. But most likely it'll be for y'all on Friday. And more Dark World drawing, discarding, sending stuff, and they have I'm not sure what that face down card was. I want to say it was like a spell or trap card or something that allows him. I believe there's a spell card that allows him to fusion summon his quick play or something, because he ends up doing it on my turn, which is like, pretty crazy. And now he's trying to decide what else to do. We got a 2 negate Appaloosa, some kind of negate on the board, and just a board full of big Dark World monsters. So I have this Cirilla on my side of the board. Also, I have evenly matched in my hand, but I'm pretty sure, like, I want to say that monster has like a spell and trap negate or something, so I have to be like kind of careful with what I decide to do and activate. I think what I end up doing, I also have Super Poly in hand, so I'm like really trying to decide what is like the easier thing for me to do. Go ahead and Super Poly here. I'm going to put those 2 monsters together. One of them is a fusion monster, and then, the other one is a dark monster. So we're going to go ahead and bring out our Draco Stapelia. And I probably should have just attacked into the Appaloosa here, and just, went ahead and got that over with, because I have enough attack to get over it. But for some reason, I just don't. He activates something, it makes us discard or do something, and yeah, it ends up bringing back out this boy back out to the board. And yeah, so there's a lot of stuff going on. I don't really know what the deck does. I'm trying to figure out if he has any other effects or anything. And yes, for some reason, Silver comes out to the board. This deck does a lot of special summoning. So now I'm going to go Stratos to go and grab my, probably the Spirit, or no, go ahead and grab the Liquid Soldier. That way I have follow-up for next turn. One of the things I did have inside of this deck, I think there's like 1 Link monster off inside of here. Like my extra deck like really needs work. I'm just not sure what exactly to do with it, but we're going to go ahead and bring out Dark here by using his Cirilla that he gave me and the Stratos. I'm going to target that fusion monster that he has in there. but their fusion spell is quick play. He had it face down. He banishes my target and a level 8 or higher or something like that dark monster, and he's gonna bring out the other fusion monster. Like, I cannot attack over that thing. One of the big problems with this deck. I think like the only thing we have that would be able to attack over something like that is quite possibly the starving venom. If I have it in there, you know, if I special summon him out, choose a monster that's been special summoned, and gain his attack. So yeah, he ends up getting the spell card back, and like I said, it's pretty much just downhill from here. I'm gonna go ahead and imperm to negate that monster's effect. Lets it go through, and now he's able to bounce it back with the Grapha. And I mean, not is that Grapha or Rain or something like that? I'm not too familiar with all the Dark World stuff. I've been kind of out of the game for, you know, some weeks now, so not too familiar with the stuff that all this stuff does. So yeah, he starts doing other Dark World stuff, and you know, pretty much at this point, I'm like, let's just go ahead and scoop it up. You know, the turns were getting kind of long, the time is running low. Let's just go ahead and call it. So we're going to go ahead and side here. As you can see, I took 3 cards out. I believe they are triple tactics talent to be able to put 3 cards. Oh, no, they were actually the, what is that called? They were the evenly matches. So I go ahead and side those out. And I believe the cards, I look like I put 3 trap cards in. I hope it wasn't Deck Devastation Virus because I don't think that card would be very good against this deck. So yeah, I end up going first, and one of the things I'm sitting up here thinking about is I want to say I have D-Shifter in my hand, but I'm trying to figure out if I really actually need to activate it. Like, it was probably better if I did go ahead and activate it, but I don't end up doing it. I'm going to go ahead and activate a Hero Lives here, because like when I'm able to get 3 monsters out onto the board, or 3 heroes out to the board, I am able to do Abyss Dweller with Darklaw. I like to do that, you know, from time to time, just because like Abyss Dweller I can activate during the standby phase. So even if they have Dark Ruler, I've already negated their back row effects. One of the other things that's really cool is like your Abyss Dweller made with the Neospatian Aqua Dolphin is 2200 attack because he is a water monster, so that's pretty nice. As you can see during the standby phase, we're going to go ahead and activate that Abyss Dweller. So now we're negating all his in graveyard effects, and we're going to go ahead and chain here to bring out the Darklaw to make sure all that stuff, like I thought it was like a card that activates instantly, but it's a continuous spell card, and I end up getting hit with Dark Ruler. But which it doesn't really matter much, because like I said, one of the things you want to do is activate Abyss Dweller during the standby phase, and you know, we'll see another Dark Ruler leave him there. Of course, the Darklaw is negated now, so his cards can go to the graveyard, but he cannot activate any of the effects in the graveyard. You know, really good, really pretty good for this deck. You know, nice little combo. Only requires, you know, hero monsters, and keeps going on, drawing stuff, activate stuff, just continuing to go on like he doesn't care about my Abyss Dweller. Very disrespectful, but continues doing things. Here comes the danger monsters. We go ahead and hit the Thunderbird. The Thunderbird's going to drop down, and it's going to attack into my Darklaw. I'm going to go ahead and activate Spirit of Neos' effect. We're going to search out that instant contact with the Spirit of Neos' effect. We're going to emergency call here. We're going to grab the Liquid Soldier. Liquid Soldier to special summon out Stratos. Stratos to go grab Solid Soldier just in case. We're going to go ahead and instant contact here. We're going to bring out our level 7 so that we can put the Spirit of Neos together to make the big eye. And yeah, you know, we got all this on board here, and you know, we're gonna pretty much be game from that point on. So as you can see here, pretty simple, easy victory against Dark World, Abyss Dweller, Darklaw, Babuska, Darklaw, whichever way you want to have it. You know, just try to bring out your XYZ monster of choice along with Darklaw, And most likely you'll be able to win the game, you know, especially, you know, if you get that D shifter off, which I did not draw this game, but you will see coming up in games. I did draw it and I did have it played against me. And either way it went, you know, it just does not affect the way I play this deck. It is actually pure E heroes. There are no vision heroes and destiny heroes off in here. It's only elemental heroes. So I want to say appreciate you for everybody to stay a while and listen, and I will catch y'all on the next video. Ain't nobody messing with the masked hero, king of games. Mask off, now you see that a hero lives. I pay half and you ask, but I'm winning games. There ain't another hero that surpasses me.